From MVP to Series A, how funded startups should think about product design. Design at MVP stage and design after a Series A round are basically two different jobs, and a lot of founders keep using the same approach for both, which is where things start breaking. At MVP stage, speed beats polish. You don't need a design system, you need to know if anyone wants the thing at all. Rough screens, fast iteration, and a willingness to throw work away are the right instincts here. This is exactly the stage where a lot of founders searching for a product design agency for startups, or a design partner for early stage startups, actually just need someone who can move fast and validate ideas cheaply. At Humbleteam, this is how we approach early stage work: tight sprints, quick prototypes, real user feedback before committing engineering time. Then funding lands, and the job changes. Suddenly, you're not proving the idea works. You're scaling it to hundreds or thousands of new users at once. The scrappy onboarding flow that worked for your first 10 users starts breaking. The UI that made sense with 3 features starts feeling cluttered with 15. This is the point where design debt from the MVP stage becomes visible, and where a lot of startups realize they need something more structured than what got them here. This is also usually when a design system starts to matter. Not because it looks impressive, but because your team is shipping faster and adding people, and without shared components and patterns, every new feature reinvents decisions that were already made. Humbleteam works with funded startups on exactly this transition, going from a scrappy MVP to a structured product without losing the speed that got you funded in the first place. Research becomes non-negotiable at this stage, too. At MVP, you can get away with founder intuition. Post-funding, with real budget and real users at stake, decisions need to be backed by actual user behavior, not just a hunch. A UX UI design agency for startups that only does visual polish won't help here. You need a partner who treats research as part of the process, not an optional extra. Team structure also shifts. At MVP, one flexible generalist designer might be enough. Post-Series A, you often need UX, UI, and research working together, plus someone senior enough to make judgment calls fast without a founder in every decision. That's part of why many funded startups bring in an external partner instead of hiring 5 specialists overnight. It's faster and lower risk to plug in a team that already works together. Humbleteam runs as a 44-person team specifically, so a founder can pull in the right mix, a researcher here, a senior UX lead there, without being capped by one person's bandwidth. The founders who navigate this transition well treat it as a deliberate shift, not a surprise. They know MVP stage speed and post-funding structure are different goals, and they bring in the right kind of design support for whichever stage they're actually in. If you're a funded startup figuring out what your product needs next, whether that's more structure, more research, or more design capacity, Humbleteam is happy to talk through where you actually are in that transition.